can feel it.
That Karen's down there anyway, isn't he? So he's...
Can you feel it, Carl?
I can definitely feel it. There's definitely a vibration.
But it's a real vibration, and that's...
Something banging on the other side of that.
Could this be one of the members of the family, Brian?
What?
I got it too. I'm walking on
Are you walking? You feel
right?
it?
Yeah.
You feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. I think something, you know, one of them is trying to communicate with us.
But
Very
who?
much. It's a family. I mean, a family that's...
Oh, listen. God. Do you think it's that everybody, they're all four of them are trying to talk to us?
It was, well, maybe, I'm not sure, you know, but certainly one of them is trying to communicate, and it's a male. It's definitely like a father figure, okay?
Are you male? Yes. Oh, well, it's constant, actually.
George? George, is it you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming back up.
Is there anything down there, Kieran?
No, there's nothing down there. The back door is closed and there's security out the back, but there's nobody downstairs. And I heard the tapping.
Did you? Down there?
But it definitely sounded like it was coming from up here, so it wasn't...
How weird.
So it's
the
above
source
you
of it
and below
wasn't
us.
down. It didn't sound like it was coming from downstairs, let's put it that way.
Is there anything on your on meters or anything that you're picking up on that's unusual, or is everything normal so far?
No, there is obviously a temperature increase from outside. Humidity level is quite low. It's about 20%, 19-20%. But other than that, there's nothing really unusual that I'm picking up, even EMF.
Hey.
We're leaving the team there at Shriver House. We're going to return to them very soon indeed. Already we have reverberations, communications by banging, and Brian has picked up the names Hetty and George. Later on, in a matter of hours, a live sounds from the Jenny Wade house in Gettysburg, but we do want to hear from you. You are our monitors via the internet. You are our eyes and ears. You'll find out how you can communicate with us after this break.
My first success was a year ago here in Gettysburg. I was at Devil's Den, and I was snapping random shots. When I looked at them on the big screen after I downloaded them, I saw what looked like an apparition, a short back cape heading towards the rocks. And you could see through it because you could see the path through it. The interesting thing was the legs cast a shadow, but yet there was no shadow from the torso. And up on the rocks, there was another column-like apparition that looked like someone standing there. The two people with me verified that there was no one there at the time.
Welcome back to Most Haunted Live Gettysburg, and a television first, the first ever paranormal live investigation from this location, Gettysburg, steeped in American history, steeped literally because during the battle, 3 days in 1863, the rivers and streams in Gettysburg ran red with American blood. Now, I did say before the break we want to hear from you. You are our eyes and our ears. Let's get interactive now with Julian Clegg. Julian.
Thanks, Paul. And yes, Most Haunted Live will be nothing without you at home. So once again, we want you to get in touch. We were blown away with your response a year ago in San Jose. Let's see if we can better it this year in Gettysburg. Messages already coming in. Love this one from B. He says, big thank you to the Travel Channel and the Most Haunted Live team for coming back to the US. Have a good show tonight. That's really nice, B. And Barbara says, just a few lines to say, I love the show and be careful tonight. More messages like that to come, I can assure you. Now, the way it works, first up to tell you, we've got our webcams running. We'll show you how that works. And we want your messages, your psychic art. I'll tell you how that works in a few moments' time as well. It is an extraordinary location, Gettysburg. And we've got a map here on our website, which you can look at, and we can look at it right now, and the locations where we are tonight. Let's have a look. First of all, you can see the 4 town locations. Shriver House, there it is. Farnsworth House, where we're based. Dobbin House, and Jenny Wade House, which is the 4th town location. There it is. And then out of town, we have Saxbridge. There it is at the back of the map there, and Little Round Top Farm down there. So those are the 4 locations. Now we've got 8 webcams for you. 4 webcams showing at any one time, and I'll keep you updated on which webcams are showing as we go through the show. So let's look at those. You can look at them right now, by the way, at thetravelchannel.com/mosthaunted, and let's go through them now. Webcam 1 is right here in Farnsworth House in the Sarah Black Gideon bedroom, reputed to be alive with paranormal activity. Will you spot something tonight? I want to hear from you if you do. Webcam 2 is also in this house in the attic, used by Confederate sharpshooters. I was looking at that earlier on. Fascinating room up there. Keep your eyes peeled on that, please. Webcam 3 is in the Shriver House, just up the street from here, where Yvette and the team, of course, are at this very moment. And that is in the basement in what was the saloon. So you can see the camera panning from left to right on Webcam 3. Now, Webcam 4 is also in the Shriver House in the attic, also used by Confederate sharpshooters. So if you see anything unusual, any orbs, any unusual sightings, keep me posted on that one, please. Webcam 5 is in the Dobbin House in the first floor old kitchen. There it is right now. By the way, if you get in touch, let me know your name and the time you spot anything unusual. That's very important. And also Webcam 6 in Dobbin House, and is on the second floor close to the hidden crawl space, which was allegedly used as a slave hideaway on the Underground Railroad, and we'll have more on that later on in the show. Then Webcam 7 is in the Jenny Wade house and is positioned in the kitchen where she was killed, and there you are, you can see the doorway there. And then finally Webcam 8 is on the second floor of that house in the bedroom. You can see the hole in the wall made by the Union soldiers, and much more of that story a little bit later on in the show as well. So this is all about you getting in touch. Also your psychic art. We were blown away a year ago by your psychic art in San Jose. Let's see if we can even better it this year. And whilst I'm explaining how this works, we've got some psychic art that Brian Shepherd, our medium, and he's an amazing artist as well, did earlier at Shriver House. So let's have a look at that. And basically, take a piece of paper and a pen, let yourself relax. This is the way it's supposed to work. It's never worked for me, but I know it works for you. And then draw any spirits that you may feel are going to be haunting this location here in Gettysburg. So that's how psychic art works, and I'll give you the fax number in just a few moments' time. So this is how you get in touch. Share your sightings and messages with the team and other viewers by visiting the chat boards at travelchannel.com/mosthaunted. Also, share your webcam sightings and messages on the air by sending a text message to me to boo, then a space, then cam at 99799, and your carrier standard messaging rates apply on that. And of course, the fax number for your all-important psychic art. Here it is, 1977 873 0644. So get your psychic art coming in as well, please. And I'll leave you with a couple of messages from Fire and Ice, saying I had a really creepy experience at Devil's Den and the Sachs Bridge, so I wish the team all the luck in the world tonight. And Zombie's been in touch to say there are no shortages of ghosts in Gettysburg. Zombie's been hunting ghosts here for 20 years. He says even a rookie ghost hunter can experience something in Gettysburg. It's an amazing location. More from Interactive a bit later on. Paul, back to you.
Thank you, Julian, and please keep those comments, those intuitions, those perceptions coming. We rely upon you folks at home. Now, we've already had some amazing direct information from Brian Shepherd out there on the first location, Shriver House. Leslie Smith, our academic and historian, is with us. We've had the names Hetty and George, Leslie,
yes,
at Shriver House.
Absolutely confirmed. Young couple, Hetty and George Shriver, and two little girls as well. That was also confirmed. Sadie and Molly, who's a little one. And George was away in the cavalry fighting for the Union when the battle happened, so it was terribly distressing, and they fled from the house on the 1st of July. But you know, sharpshooters you mentioned earlier in the loft, that's the Patrick bit, I think.
Well, Patrick Matthews sensed, and I don't want to creep you out here, coffins where we are now. Dead bodies and coffins. Any evidence on that?
Absolutely. There's no question whatsoever. There were bodies kept here.
OK, we're going to find out more about that later on when we go back to the original location at Shriver House. Let's get a bit of an overview there about tonight's 6 locations, starting with Shriver House. You mentioned the family that were there. Anything else you can tell us about Shriver House?
What's so interesting about it was rather smart, and in the bottom part of it was a bar prepared and also a bowling alley, so it was very smart, but I'm afraid it never did any business because George cleared off to the war and she couldn't possibly, a woman with 2 young girls, be involved in that sort of work. So she left that rather beautiful house to say and fled out to her parents' farm 3 miles away and got caught absolutely in this most terrible bloody battle. But at the top of the house, this is where the sharpshooters were, the Union, and we had CSI came in a few years ago into the that place and sprayed that strange stuff around that reveals blood, you should see the outcome of the pictures. And the CSI agent said there's no question that one person died here, more than one. You can actually see a bloody handprint and a great sweep of blood still there.
And we want people to stay with us because we're going to reveal that CSI footage later in the programme. Let's turn now to this location, Farnsworth House. What happened here, Leslie?
Well, after all the trouble was over, this became a union headquarters, but of course before then, they say in the eye of the storm,